Hello, dear students. So, today we are going to continue the next part of this chapter, The Shepherd's Treasure. So, before moving ahead, let's revise the story of the previous part. So, in the first part, we have studied that there was a shepherd in a village of Iran and he was very poor and uneducated, but he was wise enough to solve others' problems. So, he was widely famous for his intelligence, wisdom, and politeness. His fame reached to the country and the king, and he decided to test if he was wise really or not. So one day he disguised himself as the traveler and he reached at the cave of the shepherd. And when the shepherd saw him, he came forward to welcome him and he shared food and water with the traveler. Next day, the traveler thanked for the care and warm welcome of the shepherd and asked for his permission to leave the place. The shepherd thanked him too for giving him the opportunity of serving the king in his cave as he recognized him. The king was surprised and pleased with his wisdom because he recognized him even in his disguise as a traveler. So the king made him the governor of a small district by being impressed with his wisdom. After becoming the governor, there was no change in the behavior of that shepherd. He was as polite as before. So he became famous as a fair and wise governor throughout the country. After knowing about his fame, the other governors grew jealous of him and they decided to prove him dishonest before the king by suspecting about the iron chest that he always carried with him. According to them, he carried treasure collected from the tax money in this chest. They also mocked at him by calling him an ordinary shepherd. So now let's forward. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports. But how long could he ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. So, first of all, the king ignored their reports as he also trusted the new governor as he himself tested his wisdom, honesty, and humbleness. But these governors were making fake stories about him again and again. So the king also noticed the iron chest with the new governor all the time, so he was also curious to know that what was there inside that chest. So one day the new governor was summoned to the palace. Summoned means called. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was fastened securely behind him on the camel's back. So, fastened means here attached. So, one day he called the new governor in his court. Now, the new governor followed the order and came riding on a camel carrying an iron chest capped on the camel's back. Now the king was angry. He thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" So when the king noticed the iron chest, he shouted, "Why did he always carry an iron chest with him?" He wanted to know the reason that what was kept inside that box. The governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. But how great was their astonishment, and even of the king himself, when the chest was opened, no gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. So now the governor smiled because he understood the whole matter. That what was the reason behind the king's anger? He knew that the other governors incited the king against him. So, to prove his honesty, he told the servants to bring the chest in the court. The chest was opened before all of them. And now everyone, even the king, was silent and surprised to see the material inside the box. There was no money or jewelry in that box, only an old blanket was there. The new governor, holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, "This, my dear master, is the only treasure. I always carry it with me." "But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district," the king asked. To which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new clothes. So now the shepherd took the blanket in his hand with pride and said, "This is my only treasure, your majesty, and I always carried it with me because it is my only friend and companion. So now I am ready to listen your judgment about this." The king asked him surprisingly that being a governor, why was he needed to carry with him this old blanket? So he replied, the blanket was his oldest friend, and he could never leave it as it would protect him even in that condition if the king ordered his servant to take off his clothes. So he did not want to leave that blanket as it was his only companion even in the bad circumstances. How pleased the king was and how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. So the king was very impressed with this wise answer and honesty of the new governor, and the other governor were now embarrassed as they had proved wrong before the king. And they also had to accept that fact that the new governor was wisest and noblest of them all. So, as the reward of his honesty, the king made him the governor of a much bigger district from that day. So, you can see that the shepherd, honesty and humbleness and wisdom, rewarded him with new opportunities of life. So, we all should follow these values in our life too. So, with this, the story comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Enjoy this online mode of learning and continue your learning at home also.